So today we are going to start our class 9 syllabus of physics. This is chapter number 1, that is chapter number 1A, part A, measurement and experimentation. So before going to start this chapter, first we should know what are the topics we are going to cover up in total these 10 chapters. In class 9, we are going to deal with total 10 chapters. Chapter number 1 is measurement and experimentation. Chapter number 2 is motion in one dimension. 3 is laws of motion. 4 is pressure in fluids and atmospheric pressure. Lesson number 5 is upthrust in the fluids, Archimedes principle and flotation. Lesson number 6 is heat and energy. Lesson number 7 is reflection of light. Lesson number 8 is propagation of sound waves. So, in lesson number 9, current electricity, and lesson number 10 is magnetism. So, as you can see, all these chapters are going to teach you how the science, the basic facts of science cover up every part in this and how it is being applied. So, now we can start our lesson number 1, that is measurement and experimentation, part A. So, this part deals with all the basic definitions, all the units, all those things which are considered the most basic fundamental parts of any physical chapters. So, first thing is what is measurement. From the name itself, it deals with measurement. You already know what is measurement. That is to measure something. So, it is defined as the process of comparison. It is a process of comparison or comparing of a given physical quantity with the known standard quantity given to the known. When you have some known quantity already, you know about its measurement, and you can measure with the unknown quantity. So suppose you go to the shop to purchase 1 kilogram sugar. So what the shopkeeper does, he takes a balance and he put the weight on the one side, suppose 1 kilogram weight, and he put the same quantity sugar and he measures the level of the movement of the needle. That needle shows that after when it reaches at the midpoint, it shows that 1 kilogram, that weight is equals to 1 kilogram of sugar. So this is the way of comparison of measurement, how the measurement is being done. So this is the start of our unit. Next is the unit, how it is being named. The first thing is measurement, you all have already cleared. Now how it is being defined, how it is being notified that what is this thing. If you have measured 1 kilogram of that sugar, what is that kilogram? How that thing comes from? So it is again defined as the quantity of a constant magnitude. Quantity of a constant magnitude which is used to measure, the magnitudes of other quantities. It is a constant magnitude which is used to measure the magnitudes of other quantity of the same nature. The nature should be same. If you are comparing weight, so you can measure weight only. If you are comparing length, you can compare length only. So you cannot mix length and mass and time together. Now, thirdly, again we have one more definition comes about the physical quantity. What is a physical quantity? A physical quantity is the multiplication of the numerical value and its unit. Numerical value means any number with which you are multiplying and its unit. Suppose 1 kilogram, so 1 represents its numerical value and kilogram denotes its unit. These things together can be considered as physical quantity. Now, next we are going to deal with the types of units. The types of units. First is the fundamental or basic unit, and second is the derived unit. Fundamental or basic means these are the basic fundamental units which we are using every day-to-day life, and total we have 7 fundamental units, and from that we have 2 more derived units. That 7 fundamental units I am going to tell you in this part. So that is the basic definition for fundamental units and derived units. Next is the system. How the system works means what the types of system that has been applied for the naming the units. The first is the CGS, that is centimeter gram second system given by France. That is French. It is also termed as French system. So we have given you 3 columns here about the length, mass and time. How you measure length in terms of CGS system, it is being measured as centimeter and denoted by cm, small c, small m. Mass, gram, small g, time, second, small s. Second is the FPS, foot pound system, that is given by British. Foot pound system is being used in British countries. So here we have for length they are using foot, that is ft, mass pound, pound is denoted by lb, and time again second, time it is constant for everywhere in seconds, small s. Third is the MKS, that is it is a metric system used before going to the further units. So they have come to conclusion that there should be one unit that can be used by everyone in the world. So they have given the metric system MKS, meter kilogram second. Again for length they have considered as meter small s, mass kilogram small k small g, and time second small s. After this they have all the physicists, the scientists, they have all together globally they have started finding some more units. So they have come to conclusion to find out an unit system of units that is applied everywhere in the world, and that is termed as SI, and its full form is System International Day Units. It is in French language, so its name is like this, but we term it as SI units. So it has again some basic quantities, its unit and its symbol. So in textbook a table is being given there. You can see all the 7 fundamental quantities and 2 derived quantities being shown there. So you can, I have given here one example of length. For length the unit is meter, symbol is small m. For electric current, out of the 7 fundamental quantities there is one quantity as electric current. For that we are giving the unit ampere and symbol is capital A. And from the 2 derived quantities we have one quantity angle. That is angle, we know that degree is 30 degree, 40 degree. We use the term everywhere in mathematics. So for that they have given a standard unit, that is radian, denoted by small r small d. So in this way we have total 9 units, that is 7 fundamental and 2 derived quantities being used everywhere in the world in terms of SI units. There are some prefix used. Prefix means which is being placed before the term. Suppose I have written here deca. So if I say decameter, that denotes 10 to the power 1, means if I write here 1 decameter, it is equal to 10 meter. 10 to the power 1 is 10, power 1 denotes the number itself. So 10 meter. Similarly, hectometer, if I say, and its symbol is H. So if you prefix it, you can write like this, HM. It denotes the hectometer. So hectometer means 10 to the power 2 meter. So like this, we have so many units, and its highest quantity, the highest till now that we are using is iota, that is capital Y. Iota meter is equals to 10 to the power 24 meter. So these way, these are the higher big measurement. Now there is also some quantity given for small measurements. For small measurements we have deci, that is small d. For deca we have d and a, and for deci we have small d, that is 10 to the power minus 1 meter. That is smaller than meter. Again centi, we already know centimeter, that is 10 to the power minus 2 meter. And also we can see that 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters. So these are the smaller units, and the smallest unit till date what we know is the yoto. Yoto is small y, and its value is 10 to the power minus 24 meter. So in this way, these are the basic prefixes, the SI units, the system of units we have studied, the kinds we have studied, and the basic definition of measurement, unit, physical quantity. Now we can start on with the length. The length is the basic fundamental, basic quantity, everywhere it is being used. So for length we have its unit, the basic unit we use everywhere is meter, small m. Meter is again can be changed or transformed to other smaller and bigger units. So if we change to the smaller terms, smaller measurements, we term it as, suppose in centimeter. So in 1 meter we have 10 to the power 2 centimeter, and 10 to the power minus 6 micro, 10 to the power plus 6 micrometer. So micrometer is very small quantity, 10 to the power 6 micrometer. And we have some more smaller units coming, that is nanometer, 10 to the power 9 nanometer. In 1 meter we have 10 to the power 9 nanometer. And the bigger units, we have till now we are using kilometer everywhere for measuring the length. When you go to the highways, they show on the milestone they show the numbers like 3, 4 kilometer, 30 kilometer. That its transformation is like that. In 1 meter we have 10 to the power minus 3 kilometer, or you can say in 1 kilometer we have 1000 meter. Now these are the metric units, that is we can measure by the tape, and second comes by the for the non-metric. Non-metric means we cannot measure it by some measuring tape or length meter. So the first is the astronomical unit. Astronomical unit means when we have to measure something very long distance from like out of Earth, planetary distance, distance between sun and moon, Earth and moon, moon and sun, Earth and sun, like this. So astronomical unit is given by its value. Astronomical unit, first let me discuss its definition. So definition of astronomical unit is to be denoted by AU, capital A, capital U. Its definition is equals to the mean distance between the Earth and the sun. It is the average distance between the Earth and the sun. We know that Earth rotates around the sun in an elliptical orbit. So its distance varies while its revolution. So that way we have to consider one mean distance. That mean distance between Earth and sun is called the astronomical unit. Its value is equals to 1.496 10 to the power 11 meter. If you change in kilometer, it will be 10 to the power 8 kilometer. So as you can say, we know that the distance of Earth and Sun is 15 crore kilometers. So 15 crore kilometers is in terms that we use in Indian languages. But when you go to other worldwide language, so you have to consider it only, you have to change in either meter or in millions, like that. So 1.496 10 to the power 11 meter. Second is light year. Light year is very famous term. You use it, you can hear it any time between between the talks of some news media and like that. That how this planet is 30 light years away, that planet is 40 light years away. Light years, the name itself defines that the distance traveled by light in 1 year. We know that the speed of light in air in vacuum is 10 to the power 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. 3 to 10 to the power 8 meter per second. That is speed of light in 1 second. Means in 1 second, light can travel 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter. And by going this speed, how much distance the light will cover in 1 year, that is called as light year. And its value is very large, as you can see, 9.46 into 10 to the power 15 meter. That's very big value again. Now there is one more bigger unit coming from here is parsec. Parsec, its value is 3.26 light years. It is a very bigger unit, again bigger than the light year. So in 1 parsec we have 3.26 light years. When you convert it to meter, it will be 3.08 10 to the power 16 meter. And we are going on to the higher values. So these are the parsec is still now the highest value that we are using for measuring the distance. Now, for when you go to the lower part, we have angstrom, very microscopical view. Nanometer, we were using nanometer earlier, but when after discovering this one more unit angstrom, its value is 10 to the power minus 10 meter. That is again smaller than nanometer. And Fermi level is the microscopic atomic level, or I should say nucleus level. That distance, that much small distance is measured by Fermi. Its value is 10 to the power minus 15 meter. So, as we have seen in this part, that how measurement is being defined, how units are being defined, what are the various fundamental types, the fundamental quantities, fundamental units, the prefixes, and the unit of length. So you can take the screenshot of this video. I am moving out. So after discussing the units of length, we have seen in meters its smaller units, its bigger units. We go on to the mass. Mass is again weight. It is in the weight. Means we when measure in terms of the weight, how much heavy an object is, how much lighter an object is. So mass is defined as the 1 kilogram. That is 1 kilogram mass is defined as the mass of a cylindrical piece of a platinum iridium alloy. It is an alloy that is made of platinum iridium, which is being placed in France at the International Bureau of Weights and Measures. it is placed on its cylindrical piece. So that weight is considered as 1 kilogram of mass. Its types again, its units. So 1 gram equals to 1000 milligram. You know, milligram you have seen, basically you see this term only units being used beside the tablet's weight. When you turn the page back of the tablet, it's written, everything is written 10 mg, 50 mg, 500 mg. That mg is milligram. So 1 gram is equals to 1000 milligram. 1 kilogram equals to 1000 grams. 1 quintal is equals to 100 kilogram. Quintal you can see for as when you go to purchase some heavy object, so it is available only in quintals. That is equals to 100 kilogram. It is a very bigger weight. Next is the 1 metric ton. 1 ton is equals to 1000 kilogram. The loading vehicles, they measure the weight in terms of tons. Its value 1 metric ton is equals to 1000 kilogram. And this is till now for measuring we have the highest quantity, and one smaller quantity that is being very smaller, the term which we use as atomic mass unit, denoted by AMU. AMU, atomic mass unit, its value is equals to, it is actually the 1/12th part of the C12 carbon atom. Carbon atom, if you take carbon atom and you divide it, its 12th part, means you divide its mass by 12, that is equals to 1 atomic mass unit. Next, so in this way we have covered up mass. Now this is time. Time is measurement of time in second, hour, minute, that you use every day. When you see the watch, you can say it is suppose now it is 10:30. So means 10:30 p.m. or a.m. It denotes that how much hour has been finished in this day. From night 12 o'clock till now, it is now more than 10 hours being already spent. So time is defined as, generally we use the time, the smallest unit is second. So a second is defined as 1 by 86,400 part. 1 by 86400 part of a day. Means out of the one day we have, means in one day we have 86,400 seconds. You convert all these all are basic conversions. Now one lunar month means the moon, how much time the moon takes to rotate around the earth. So one lunar month is equals to 29.5 days, and one month according to our calendar is equals to 30 days. It is basically, it varies from 31, 30, 29, 28. So we can take an average, always we have taken in on calendar average 30 days. 1 year equals to 365 days. When you convert in seconds, it is 3.15 into 10 to the power 7 seconds. One leap year, you know that in leap year we have one more day extra added to our calendar, that is the February 29. So one leap year is equals to 366 days. One decade is a very big time, is equal to 10 years of your age, 10 years. One century, you know, century equals to 100. When a batsman scores 100 runs, we say it as the batsman has given us, made a century. So century is equals to 100 years, and one millennium is equals to 1000 years. As we are going on the age of 2020, so 2020 denotes the 2000 is the 2 is the millennium and 20 is the decade. So as you can see how time is being measured. So in one day we have 86,400 seconds, that is 24 hours, and 24 hours we can convert in seconds to, it will give the same value. So in this way we have covered up the chapter number 1A of the physics, chapter number 1, measurement and experimentation. In the next video we will be dealing with the next part. So right now this much only you have to cover up, and